What if the healthy avocado you spread on your toast every morning is secretly stealing your dreams of vibrant, pain-free golden years? Imagine waking up one day, expecting to feel energized for a hike with your grandkids, only to find your body betraying you bloating, rashes, or worse, a racing heart that lands you in the ER. I'm Dr. Thomas, a physician with 30 years of diving deep into medicine, psychology, and what it truly takes to thrive after 50. Welcome to Living Fully After 50, where we're not just about surviving, we're about chasing the life you've always dreamed of, whether it's dancing at your granddaughter's wedding or exploring new horizons. Today, I'm sharing a story that'll hit you right in the heart, the story of Ellen Carter, a 68-year-old grandmother whose love for avocados almost cost her everything. Her journey, packed with suspense, heartbreak, and a triumphant comeback, uncovers 6 shocking mistakes you might be making with this so-called superfood. If you're over 50 and longing to feel strong, vibrant, and free from the aches that hold you back, stay with me. Ellen's story could be the wake-up call that saves your golden years. Ellen's dream, the heart of a grandmother. Let me paint you a picture of Ellen Carter, a retired schoolteacher from Portland, Oregon, with silver hair that catches the sunlight and a smile that makes you feel like family. When Ellen walked into my clinic 5 years ago, her eyes sparkled with hope, but her body told a different story: chronic fatigue, a stubborn rash across her arms, and bloating that made her dread meals. At 68, Ellen had a dream that so many of you watching Living Fully After 50 share: to be the grandma who could keep up with her 3 grandkids, bake cookies with them, and take that long-awaited trip to the Grand Canyon. She'd spent years reading health blogs, watching YouTube channels like ours, and embracing superfoods to stay young at heart. Avocados were her go-to, smashed on whole grain toast, tossed into salads, even whipped into smoothies. Dr. Thomas, she said, her voice cracking, I'm doing everything the experts say. Why do I feel like I'm fading away? Her words cut deep. I've spent 3 decades helping patients like Ellen reclaim their vitality, and I know the sting of feeling like your body's betraying you, especially when you're trying so hard to stay healthy. Ellen's story isn't just hers, it's the story of countless seniors who trust avocados to fuel their dreams, only to stumble into hidden traps. Through her journey, I'll reveal 6 mistakes that could be silently derailing your health, blending lessons from my career with science from peer-reviewed journals like Toxicology Letters and the Journal of the American Heart Association. But this isn't just a list of facts, it's a roller coaster of suspense, near misses, and hope that'll keep you glued to every word. As Ellen learned, the path to thriving after 50 isn't about following trends, it's about listening to your body and avoiding pitfalls that could steal your joy. Let's dive into her story, because it's not just about avocados, it's about protecting the life you've worked so hard to live. Mistake number 1: the silent toxin in your favorite fruit. Ellen's journey took a dark turn with a mistake she never saw coming: a toxin called persin. Avocados are nutritional powerhouses: monounsaturated fats for your heart, fiber for digestion, potassium for blood pressure. But every part of the avocado plant, leaves, bark, pit, and skin, contains persin, a natural fungicide that protects it from pests. The flesh we eat has tiny amounts, generally safe for most, but the non-edible parts? That's where the trouble starts. Ellen, like so many health-conscious seniors, had fallen down an online rabbit hole. She'd found a wellness blog claiming avocado pit tea could reverse aging and ease joint pain. For 6 months, she'd been blending avocado pits into her morning smoothies, thinking she was outsmarting Father Time. I'll never forget the moment she told me this, sitting across from me in my clinic, her hands nervously twisting a tissue. My stomach dropped. A 2018 study in toxicology letters found that avocado extracts, especially from pits and skins, caused DNA damage in human white blood cells in lab tests. Now, don't panic, eating guacamole won't mutate your cells. Your liver is a champ at detoxifying small amounts of persin. But for seniors like Ellen, whose liver function was slightly compromised from years of cholesterol meds, overloading it was like asking an old car to run a marathon. Her fatigue, rashes, and even joint pain weren't just getting old, they were her body screaming for help. Ellen, I said gently, those pits are fighting your body, not fixing it. I had her stop using them immediately and suggested cycling her avocado intake 5 days on, 2 days off to give her liver a breather. Within 3 weeks, her rashes started to fade, and she had enough energy to play tag with her grandkids. But the story took a chilling twist. One evening, Ellen called me in tears. Her parakeet, Blue, had died after pecking at an avocado leaf from her backyard tree. Persin is deadly to birds, causing heart failure and breathing problems in hours. I've seen this before. A patient's cat got sick after eating avocado skin from a compost pile. For seniors, whose bodies are less resilient, persin sensitivity is a real risk. As Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food, but only if you know what's poison. A clinic memory. I once had a 72-year-old patient, Harold, who swore by avocado pit smoothies for his arthritis. His chronic nausea and fatigue cleared up when he stopped. For seniors, whose organs work harder to detoxify, small choices can make or break your vitality. My advice? Never touch avocado leaves, pits, or bark. If you eat the flesh daily, watch for red flags like fatigue, digestive upset, or skin issues, and consider a break to let your body reset. Mistake number 2, the calorie trap that crushed Ellen's spirit. Now, let's talk about a mistake that's so easy to miss it's almost cruel: overeating avocados. Ellen was meticulous, tracking her meals in a little notebook she carried everywhere. But avocados, with their velvety texture and healthy reputation, tricked her. A single large avocado packs about 320 calories more than a burger at some fast food joints. Ellen would slice a whole one onto her toast every morning, thinking, it's good fat. But her weight was creeping up, her knees ached more, and her energy tanked. She confessed, Dr. Thomas, I can barely keep up with my grandkids anymore. I feel like I'm letting them down. In my 30 years, I've seen this trap catch so many seniors. You turn to avocados for heart health, inspired by studies like one in a Journal of the American Heart Association, 2020, which showed no weight gain with one avocado daily for 6 months. But here's the catch: moderation is everything. The Adventist Health Study found lower body weight with small servings, about 32 grams, or a quarter of an avocado daily. Ellen was eating 3 times that. For seniors, extra weight isn't just a number, it's more strain on joints, higher blood pressure, and less energy to live the life you love, whether it's gardening or dancing at your 50th anniversary. I sat Ellen down and showed her how to measure 1/3 of an avocado 3 times a week, paired with veggies like cucumber and spinach to keep her full. 3 months later, she'd lost 10 pounds, her knees felt lighter, and she took her grandkids on a nature walk for the first time in years. Her eyes lit up as she told me, "Dr. Thomas, I feel like I've got my spark back." As Maya Angelou said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." Portion control gave Ellen her life back. My advice? Grab a kitchen scale, learn what 50 grams looks like, and don't let the health halo fool you into overeating. Another patient's story: Linda, a 66-year-old yoga teacher, came to me frustrated after gaining 12 pounds from daily avocado toast. She thought she was eating clean. Cutting to half an avocado twice a week shed the weight, eased her hip pain, and let her lead classes with confidence. For seniors, every calorie counts toward the energy you need to thrive. Mistake number 3, the allergy that almost took Ellen's breath away. Here's where Ellen's story takes a heart-pounding turn. One sunny afternoon, she was hosting a barbecue for her grandkids, proudly serving her famous guacamole. Minutes after a big scoop, her throat started to tighten, her lips tingled, and she struggled to breathe. She called me in a panic, her voice barely a whisper, "Dr. Thomas, something's wrong." I rushed her to the ER, where the doctor suspected latex fruit syndrome, a condition I've studied for years. Avocados contain proteins classified chitinases and patidin-like proteins that mimic those in natural rubber latex. For people with latex allergies, eating avocados can trigger reactions, from mild itching to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Ellen had worked as a nurse for 25 years, handling latex gloves daily. She'd never realized she'd developed a sensitivity until that terrifying moment. Studies show up to 53% of latex-allergic people react to avocados, and seniors, with decades of exposure in jobs like nursing or cleaning, are at higher risk. Ellen's heart raced as the ER team stabilized her, and I felt a chill realizing how close she'd come to disaster. We sent her to an allergist, who confirmed the diagnosis. She stopped avocados for 3 months, then reintroduced them slowly, small amounts, twice a week, with no reactions. That scare changed everything. Ellen told me, "I thought I was healthy, but I could have lost it all." For seniors dreaming of carefree days, An undiagnosed allergy can steal your breath literally. If you've worked in healthcare, worn latex gloves, or suspect sensitivity, talk to an allergist before making avocados a staple. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Ellen faced her fear and came out stronger, but you don't have to wait for a crisis. A clinic scare. A 70-year-old patient, Clara, a former dental hygienist, developed hives after eating avocados. She'd never connected her latex exposure to food reactions. Avoiding avocados cleared her skin, letting her enjoy gardening again. Seniors, your past can shape your present. Check your allergies. Mistake number 4. The food safety slip that sent Ellen to the hospital. Just when Ellen thought she was back on track, another mistake hit her hard: improper storage. One weekend, she'd prepped a big batch of guacamole for a family picnic but left it on the counter for 2 days, thinking the lime juice would keep it fresh. By Monday, she and her grandson, Tommy, were doubled over with stomach cramps and nausea. Avocados grow in humid climates, and their bumpy skin can harbor bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, or E. coli. Cutting through unwashed skin drags germs into the flesh, and leaving cut avocados at room temperature is like rolling the dice with your health. The FDA has warned about avocado contamination, with tests showing bacteria on both skin and pulp. For seniors, whose immune systems may be weaker, foodborne illness isn't just a stomachache, it can mean a hospital stay. Ellen's heart broke when she realized Tommy got sick because of her mistake. I taught her the basics: rinse avocados under running water, scrub gently, use a clean knife, and refrigerate cut fruit immediately, eating it within 2 days. Her symptoms cleared, and she never made that mistake again. As Benjamin Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. For seniors, safe food handling protects the joy of sharing meals with loved ones. A patient's close call: Robert, a 74-year-old widower, landed in the ER with listeria after eating unwashed, overripe avocados. Proper washing and storage got him back to his book club. Seniors, don't let a simple fruit steal your health. Mistake number 5, the medication mix-up that risked Ellen's heart. Ellen's story took another dramatic twist when we uncovered a hidden danger: medication interactions. Ellen was on warfarin for atrial fibrillation, a common condition for seniors. Avocados, rich in vitamin K, 21 g per 100 g, can reduce warfarin's effectiveness, raising clotting risk. Ellen's daily avocado habit was throwing her INR, a clotting measure, out of whack. Her cardiologist called me one day, alarmed. Her levels are dangerous, she's at risk for a stroke. Avocados also pack potassium, 975 mg per cup, which can be trouble for those on ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, potentially causing hyperkalemia, high potassium levels that lead to irregular heartbeats or even cardiac arrest. For diabetics, avocados' fiber and fats can slow medication absorption, messing with blood sugar control. Ellen's family had a history of heart disease, and the thought of losing her terrified her daughter. We adjusted her diet to 1/3 of an avocado, 3 times a week, and worked with her cardiologist to stabilize her warfarin. Her heart rhythm steadied, and she felt safe again. As Buddha said, to keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. A patient's lesson. George, a 69-year-old on lisinopril, had palpitations from high potassium after daily avocados. Cutting back let him cheer at his grandson's soccer games again. Seniors, talk to your doctor before avocados become a staple. Mistake number 6, ignoring the body's whispers. The final mistake nearly broke Ellen, ignoring her body's unique signals. Avocados are high in fiber, 13.5 g per fruit, which can cause bloating or diarrhea in sensitive stomachs. They also contain sorbitol, a FODMAP that triggers IBS symptoms. Ellen, it turned out, had undiagnosed IBS, and her bloating was so bad she skipped family dinners, fearing embarrassment. Ripe avocados also have higher histamine levels, worsening her rashes and headaches, classic signs of histamine intolerance. Seniors, with declining digestive enzymes, can struggle with high-fat foods like avocados, leading to nausea or heaviness. At a family reunion, Ellen avoided avocados after noticing her symptoms spiked. That choice saved her from a humiliating IBS flare-up in front of her kids. A food journal helped us pinpoint her triggers, and we settled on a quarter avocado, twice a week. Her digestion stabilized, and she felt human again. As Socrates said, know thyself. For seniors, listening to your body is the key to thriving, not just surviving. A heartfelt story. Mary, a 65-year-old artist, felt sluggish after avocados due to low pancreatic enzymes. Smaller portions and digestive support let her paint with energy again. Keep a food journal, seniors. It's your body's voice. The rewards of getting it right. After dodging these pitfalls, Ellen transformed her relationship with avocados. In moderation, 1/3 avocado, 3 to 4 times a week, they are a godsend. Oleic acid lowers LDL cholesterol, potassium regulates blood pressure, and antioxidants like lutein protect your eyes. A 2021 review linked avocados to a 16 to 22% lower heart disease risk. They also boost absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K, making your meals work harder for you. Ellen's triumph came on her 70th birthday, when she hiked the Grand Canyon with her grandkids, her face glowing with pride. At a surprise family party, her daughter toasted, "Mom, you're our superhero. That's the life you deserve, too." Lessons for living fully after 50. Ellen's journey taught us that avocados can be a gift if you avoid these 6 mistakes. 1. Skip the toxins. Avoid leaves, pits, and bark to dodge person's risks. 2. Watch portions. Stick to 1/3 avocado, 3 to 4 times a week, to keep calories in check. 3. Test for allergies. Check for latex fruit syndrome if you've had latex exposure. 4. Store safely. Wash, cut, and refrigerate properly to prevent illness. 5. Mind medications. Consult your doctor if you're on blood thinners, potassium drugs, or diabetes meds. 6. Listen to your body. Use a food journal to spot sensitivities. Ellen's now 73, thriving, and planning her next adventure. Her story is a reminder: your golden years are yours to claim with the right knowledge. Have you made these avocado mistakes? Share your story in the comments. You might help someone else. Like and subscribe to Living Fully After 50 for more heartfelt stories and tips to live your best life. As the Chinese proverb says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Let's make your golden years truly golden.